Yo, what's going on guys, I'm the Chili Pepper, and welcome back to another episode of Project Pires. Today we do have 3 games in this episode. You'll find out why after the starting 2, but from last episode I did get feedback regarding the pokeball rule, and I've decided to change it from being called a pokeball to a man of the match catch. A little bit of rhyming in there, make it sound a bit more catchy. Anyway guys, we do have a full gold midfield thanks to the man of the match catch and the upgrades we got last episode. We are almost at level 3, hopefully we can get it today and get an extra pokeball to capture another player. Let's get into the gameplay. Our first opponent of today goes by the name of Momo Gaming, and he is rocking the RB Leipzig badge. It is a very nice badge, and I'm considering actually getting it for, well, after the series is finished. As you can see, he was very picky with what kit he wanted to wear, but in the end I did decide to go with the Arsenal kit. This guy does have in his team almost a full English team with De Gea in goal, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he does have a full English team with Charlie Austin up top, Danny Drinkwater in the middle, and Maguire in the playing left back. But he does have De Gea off chem in goal, and he does have a few silvers and bronzes. Hopefully we can get some upgrades and hopefully another man and match catch. Let's get into it. My opponent does have kick-off. He does pass it back to Danny Drinkwater. He then passes it through to Bedford. Bedford tries getting it, but no, Pires gets it out. He then does body feint left, gets past his right back, and he does try and cross it in. And I thought that was going to be a goal. I thought it was just going to catch on the volley. It was going to be like one of those weird FIFA technical goals, where his foot goes absolutely mangled and it goes in. But as you can see, I did take a shot, and to be honest, I thought it would have gone in. And then we did have a corner back. It did get whipped in the back here. Who did go for the bicey, but as you can tell, it absolutely fell horribly. And here we did actually get a goal, which means we're halfway to getting an upgrade. And as you saw them, we do have 50 XP, which gets us closer to getting another catch. So after that, my opponent does kick off and does pass it around for a little bit. It doesn't really fall to anything. He's back on again. He's trying to find an attack, but I do pass the ball to Gilavogi. Gilavogi passes it to Augustin. Augustin does take a shot, but it just whiskers wide of the post. Augustin does have another shot again, but it does actually go wide of the post. And as you heard then, the whistle, red card. What does that mean? We now have a penalty. Hopefully, Pires does put this in, so let's find out. And yes guys, he did put it in, and we do have 100 XP more and an upgrade for the team. I do pass the ball, well, it was a long over the top ball from Pires from kickoff, not from Pires, from Gilavogi from kickoff to get find Pires. Pires tried crossing it in, taking a shot, but it didn't really work. But here we are again. We are standing over a free kick because this guy did get a bit rash tackling, kept jumping in. Pires does a free kick and it almost goes in, but somehow the keeper reaches that. It is De Gea, so I can't really say somehow because you know that's what you should expect from De Gea. But he's off cam, so I thought it would have gone in. But I can't remember. I honestly can't remember last time I scored a free kick. It's like ridiculous. But here we go now. We are standing over again with Pires. I do aim for the top left and gone right over the goal, wide over. It's over. If you guys watch Smith, you should know what that is. As you can see, Pires does score again, and we do get another 100 XP and 2 more upgrades. My opponent does have a shot, but Pratt does actually do a pretty good save and bounces back, and he goes for another shot, and he hits it back out. As you can see, we do score again with Caramo, and he does get us 50 XP and 3 upgrades because both team members have scored a goal. That gets us the extra upgrade. Augustin does cross it in, but his goalkeeper does get hands to it, and he does throw it out to try and find an attack. It is on the verge of half time. As you can see, I take a shot, it hits the post, bounces off, and Bakayuka just sends it wide. We are now into half time. As you can see, the stats are pretty my favourite, but then the guy just starts to rage quit. I was like, okay. So we got 2 upgrades for Pires' goal, 2 upgrades for rage quit, 1 upgrade for the team goal, and loads of XP. So as you can see in the right corner, so far we do have 1 pokeball, 5 upgrades, and we are now on level 3. This is good. We're making great progress. The next opponent does have a Bolton badge, and he does go with the kit that you can get from doing a weekly objective, the cancer kit. So I would put that on, but you know, Project Pires got to keep it realistic. So this guy is rocking a more or less Spanish team. He does have Alba on loan. He does have Denis Suarez from Barcelona, Abraham, Montoya. He has loads of people, but this is a pretty easy team to beat, I personally think. So I think we'll be able to score. As you can see there, Pires does take the shot. He then does cross it into Gilavogi, and Gilavogi gets his head on it to also get us 50 XP, which is pretty good. Augustin is here. He tries crossing it over to Pires, but the goalkeeper comes out and just cuts it out. Gilavogi, he catches it on the half volley, and would you look at that? Top left. Gilavogi's on form. Our first goal player in the series, and he is doing this now. It is insane. Maybe I'll just didn't have the right people around him. But it was an absolutely beautiful goal. But as you can see here, it does get crossed in and Bakayoko does get his hit on it. So that is another 50 XP. So we are now on 100 XP. But still on one upgrade because no one else has scored yet. But as you can see here, he does run it out for a corner. Pires is standing over the corner. I do try passing to Bakayoko. Bakayoko does bring it down and take a shot, but it just goes over the bar. I reckon his keeper had it covered anyway. Robert Pires is outside the box. He does take a finesse shot around the keeper, but it does go wide. We do have another corner now. I try send it in like what it used to do in FIFA 17, send it near post and your player would head it in, but no, it didn't really work. But my opponent is trying to counter attack, but it does get picked out by Deslandes. Deslandes then passes back to Konate. Konate just plays around and passes to Bakayoko. Then I am trying to look for a pass here, not really much here. As you see here, I pause it. I can't really remember why, but Augustin gets the ball, and this does allow my opponent to pause the game. Well, I pause the game, but as you can also see here, he rage quits as well. So that's 1 upgrade for the team goal, 2 upgrade for the rage quit, and 150 XP for the 3 goals. So right now this is this is going really well. And as you can tell, this is why we have 3 games, because I don't think it's fair if I just put in 2 rage quit games without any gameplay for you guys. So I thought I'd play another game. But as you can see, we do have 1 pokeball, 8 upgrades, and we are 250 XP points into level 3. So now let's get into the final game. My opponent is rocking the Stevenage badge. I do go with the French kit, whilst he goes with a red kit. I don't know exactly what country or what club that is, but he does have a more or less English team. He does have Berahino at top with Will Hughes, and he does have Collins in centre back, you know, the beast he is. Then he does have Chambers and Johnson. Wait, Johnson? I think it's Johnson. And he does have Check and goal. He did have actually a centre defensive mid from Spurs who was bronze. And I'm just saying this now, guy, if you're watching this episode, he goes for like 2,600 coins, so if you want to get a bit more extra and buy a better CDM, I would sell him. He did have a free kick, but he just sent it over. He does try and pass it through to Berahino, but he actually was offside. So here I'm trying to find an attack, but my opponent keeps coming at me. He then passes it through to Berahino. Berahino then passes it through to Will Hughes. Will Hughes does go forward. He makes a little run. He takes a shot, and it just bangs off the post. They go in and go in, which means we are 1 downgrade down. This isn't very well. This isn't going very good for us so far. Pires just cross it in to Caramel, and Caramel does get his head on it. You see, now we still do have 1 downgrade because Caramel scored, and if I score again with my team, that's when the downgrade will go away, because 2 goals with my team is like obviously 1 upgrade, so it should be the same if I want to take it back to no downgrades. So I do cross it in, try the same one again, but Pires puts in a weak cross, and it tries to get into Augustin. The keeper gets to it and does score. I did actually miss the goal in game here, so I did get a replay to show you the goal. Will Hughes just ran through and just put it under the goalkeeper, which gave us 2 downgrades. Pires takes a shot, and because obviously Pires, every goal Pires scores is an upgrade, that obviously got rid of 1 downgrade. Now I thought this was going to be a penalty, but then I was like, oh, thank God. But then he got the ball, and I kind of cut out his pass, so I knew what he was going to do. I think everyone would have tried to pass it across the box, really. And I did miss the guy's 3rd goal, so he was passing it about right outside the box. He passed through to Will Hughes, and Will Hughes sends my keeper the other way and does score. And I missed the other one, and he does go through a Berahino and score. And this is the aftermath. I caught like the last bit, but we now are on 3 downgrades. So right now is not really looking good, and it is 4-2. I don't know if I'll be able to come back from this, but I guess we'll find out in a minute. I do kick off. I do go into ultra attacking, hopefully try and like not trying to win, but try and get less downgrades. I do pass through to Augustin, and it goes nowhere. But then I did miss the last goal, and he sends it over the top of Berahino, and Berahino does pluck it out of the air to score. So we are now on 4 downgrades. So right now we did have 8, and now we're on 4. So it kind of took a turn for the worst, really. But yeah, that was the game. A bit of a disappointment, really, but we did count the XP, so we did have 150 XP from a goal from Pires and a goal from Caramel. So guys, after that game, we did have to take away 4 upgrades away from the 8 we had, because my opponent did get us 4 downgrades, but fair enough to him beating me. I have decided to add in a new left back, and 2 new centre backs, and a new goalkeeper. They are Pounji from League 1, Saint Ruff from League 2, and Williams from the Pro League. The goalkeeper I do have is called Michel, and he is from Angers in League 1. I do have a question for you guys, And is there any specific players you want to see in this series? Please put your answers in the comment section down below, and I will get around to reading them. We are halfway to level 4, so hopefully next episode we can get that. We do have one Pokeball. I am deciding to save it this episode and use it in next episode. But guys, thank you for stopping by today and watching the video. I am the Chili Pepper, and I will see you later. Bye.